Hi there, this is Aysha's opinion, and today I'm going to be talking about a life experience that I had quite recently. So I'll begin the story by saying online I saw this really cool gadget, and it's called a microwave radiation detector. It's to see if your microwave is leaking, and so I thought, well, that'd be cool to have. And so I bought that, and it came in the mail, and I tested on my microwave, and it's like 100 years old, so it was leaking. And I googled what the safe radiation was, and it was like 0.6. And it was under that, so I thought, well, that's fine, that's cool. And I thought, for fun, I'll put it up to my phone. The Wi-Fi was off, and my phone actually doesn't have a SIM card in it, because who uses a SIM card? You just have Wi-Fi everywhere. So everything was off, no SIM card, no Wi-Fi, and it was running at like 1.5 or something. I'm like, wow, that's pretty high. And then I tested my mum's phone, which I think has a SIM card, and it was the same. And then I turned the Wi-Fi on to my phone, and it went up to like 20 to 25. It ranged between that. I'm like, whoa. So I thought, well, I think it's a radiation detector, because that's what your phone lets off. It lets off microwave radiation. That's what a microwave is. So I kind of put that together and then went, well, I'd love to take it to town. It's about, 8 months to a year ago. So I caught the bus into town, and I tested it on the bus, and it like went through the roof. It was like the same as the phone. I'm like, wow, what could be setting this off? And I don't know, it could have been the other people's phones. It could have been some sort of technology on the bus. I don't know. And then the next thing was I got off a couple of stops from the mall. And the mall in my town, it's actually like an outdoor mall, which is ridiculous because it's a cold place. There's an outdoor mall. It's not tropical or anything. So, so I go to the mall, and on my way up, I tested the traffic lights, like where it beeps and you press the button, and that like went off. So I thought, well, that's weird, because like the main place that you stand whilst in town is next to the traffic lights, waiting to get across. So why would it have major radiation? So I thought that was weird. And then I was walking around, and everyone's like, what the hell's beeping? And I'm like, oh, it's me. And they're like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm just playing with this new toy I got. I'm like, what is it? I said, it's like a radiation detector thingy. And they're like, huh, that's cool. And some people said, oh, like, what's beeping? I said, it's a radiation detector. Why is the traffic lights like letting off radiation? They're like, yeah, that's kind of weird. So I kept walking, and it just kind of lets off like a beep, beep, beep when it's kind of a bit bad, and then it lets off this like squawk, like really fast and really loud when it gets to really dangerous levels. Anyway, I went past the Telstra shop, and it went crazy, like really crazy. I thought, well, that's really weird. I looked above the Telstra shop, and there was a big cell tower on top of the building. So I thought, wow, obviously that's letting off a lot of radiation, and the 5G hasn't even come out yet. It's just a normal phone. 4G like mine is letting off like a lot. So the mall is like half a city block long. I make my way through, probably take 30 minutes. I stopped, got a little snack, maybe sat down on a bench, wrote some stuff down. By the time I got to the other end of the mall, 4 guys, van, they tried to abduct me. And I thought, well, that's weird. Gullible me, I'm just like, I got tried to get abducted. That's weird. But I mean, my town isn't exactly, I'd say it's a big town, but there's probably like 20,000 people in the city, which I guess for most people they're like, that's nothing. But for me, that's the biggest town I live near. So it's not like New York. That's how I imagine that to be, like people just getting kidnapped in the street. And the thing is, no one around me even cared. They're just like, just a kid getting kidnapped, who gives a shit, like that. And it's like, whoa. I think I was still 15, or maybe just turned 16 at this time. Anyway, I called my mum in hysterics, and she's like, okay, I'll come pick you up, which is a big thing. Normally she's just like, yeah, just walk it off, hug it out, you'll be right. Yeah, you'll live through it. But she's like, oh, okay, I'll come pick you up straight away. And we live like an hour from town, so that's a big thing. That's 2 hours return, and it's like $1 on the bus, but for her to drive in, it's like $20 return. So it was a big thing. And I'm like, why is she taking, like, I'm still not realizing how serious it was. Okay. Then I kind of put it together. Hang on. I was walking around town with a Geiger counter. That's what they called the Geiger counters, radiation detectors or whatever. I was walking around town with a radiation detector. People were asking questions. Within 30 minutes to 40 minutes, someone had, a bunch of people had tried to push me into a van, and I'm like, wow. And it looked really normal. It was like a soccer mum car, like, you know, kind of a larger car. Yeah. And they started off by saying like, hi, we're like Jehovah's Witnesses or something like that, you know, the door knockers. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool, what do you got to say, sort of thing. And they're like, oh, do you want to, you know, we got more flyers in here, do you want to lean in the car, sort of thing, and have a look here. And then they're just trying to shove me, like, that. It's hard to explain, because it's not like they just grabbed me and chloroformed me and chucked me in there. So it's like, you can't go to the police and be like, people tried to kidnap me. Well, what did they do? Make me look at flyers in their car, like. But it was actually, when I look back, I'm like, whoa, that could have been serious. And so they said, you know, look at this in the car, and I kind of leant in a bit, and they were kind of just like, yeah, come in here. And they're like, oh, do you know where there's any good places around here to drink coffee? I'm like, what? And so they were just trying to get me in so they could shut the door. I really don't know, but I just thought I would share that with you. And ever since, I have been followed. I've been like stalked. And I'm not talking like weird ex-boyfriends. I've never had a boyfriend, so it's definitely not one of those. And I mean, everyone I run into, it's like they're all just clones. They're all just like looking at me, and they're acting really weird around me. All my friends have like shunned me since then, or most of them. I used to have quite a few friends, but now I don't really have any friends anymore, which is disappointing. And I think I made a video the other day explaining just this one instance where these two guys were just following me around the supermarket and just kept bumping into each other. And then I just thought last night, like, maybe it kind of triggered something where all these people are following me. And sometimes it's serious stalking. I mean, I've been nearly run off the road. Someone tried to hit me in a car the other day, and it's just like, oh, it's becoming so normal. It's like, you go for a walk with a friend and neighbours and stuff. I'm friends with my neighbours, and so we go for a walk down the street, and someone tries to sideswipe me while I'm walking the dog, and they're like, oh my gosh, someone tried to hit you. I'm like, big deal, it happens every day. So I mean, I'm afraid to even exercise. I can't even go for a run or anything anymore, because these people are just like, you kind of think, oh, they're being really careless coming around corners, because the road I live on back here is quite windy. It used to be a dirt road, but then they sealed it, right? So it's super windy, and people go flying around the corners. And at first I just thought, oh, people are just being really reckless. And then I'm like, how come people aren't being reckless when I'm not walking on the road? It's only when I'm walking I hear these people just going like rally drives it style. I don't know. Anyway, I might be a kid. This is my opinion. And don't forget to do all that stuff, you know, like, share, subscribe. And please leave a comment and maybe a suggestion for another video or your experiences, and I would love to talk to you. Bye.